As of recently, I have been seeing like a lot of videos where, the title is something like something does not feel right about people or the world, something feels strange about life, as if like life is getting more weirder, as if people are getting more meaner, cruel, as if time for some reason is moving faster and faster. It's like, I think a lot of people have some kind of concern that life feels strange, it feels wrong, and it just feels as if something is missing, whether it be in their own personal life, their internal experience, or whether it be, in the external world, whether it be with, politics or global affairs or with, their family situation or friends. And I seen that reflected in like a lot of uh, like videos that I've come across the internet, like where many of these content creators are saying the exact same thing. They feel as if something's just I know I'm repeating this, but it just feels as if something is wrong. And in my opinion, I also do feel that exact same sentiment. I also do believe that something is in fact, strange. Because like when we really think about it, like 2026, the year that we currently are living, is the most weirdest, most strangest year of human civilization that humanity has ever experienced, right? Because there's like so much of things to talk about. Because when you compare it to the past years, this is a very very weird year. Like 20, like I think ever since COVID, it has just been going whoop downhill. You know, and I do agree that people feel stranger. I do think that life feels more dull, more, let's say, lackluster in a sense. I do feel as if time is speeding up, and there's a lot of psychological reasons for that. If like if we were to talk about mental health, then people's mental health is just boop, 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 boop. And then all of the global crises that are happening, the wars that are happening, boop, 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 boop. It's like people are living in a constant state of fear, a constant state of depression, a constant state of non-acceptance in a sense. And to make it worse, it's not like most of the world governments, like in my opinion, they're kind of shady. Not kind of, they are shady, right? They are not the most optimal. You know, I don't know why I didn't think about, but they are not the most optimal. Let's just say, and even like most of the elites, they are not. Mm, the most optimal either. I'm trying to be very nice here, but you can use your own wording if it makes you feel better. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is that a lot of people feel strange. However, I think the fact that so much of people feel so weirded out by life, feel so disconnected to life, is in itself a very, very good thing. Because what that means is, let's just say a very large group of people start to feel disconnected, what happens is that they all start to share that one single thing in common. And once a large group of people start to share something like that in common, what happens is that collaboration and communication regarding that thing start to emerge. And when that starts to emerge, guess what happens? We as a collective start to discover more and more about that certain topic. That's just how it is, regardless of whatever topic it is. So if, for instance, not for instance, it is what's happening right now, at least from what I see, a lot of people are starting to wake up, starting to realize that they are not living a very fulfilled life, or they are starting to realize that they have been in a sense lied to their entire lives, or they have been feeding some kind of machine that's not, in a sense, the correct thing to have been. Okay, that was a shit analogy, but I assume you guys understand what I'm saying. In a sense, most people, including myself, are feeling weird, very, very weird, as if something strange is going on, as if like Armageddon is coming to get us all. And that's a good thing. It's a good thing that we do, in fact, feel that, right? Because once we start to feel that, what we can do is we can just start to talk about it. And the more people that start to talk about it, then guess what happens? The more people that talk about it, the more involvement there is. And the more involvement there is, the more it becomes common knowledge. The more it becomes common knowledge, what happens is, guess what? Everyone knows about it. And once everyone knows about it, then we can do something about it. The thing is, most people feel hopeless at the moment, right? Well, let's be honest, a lot of people in life feel hopeless because it's as if their efforts mean nothing to the collective. It's as if they cannot change the world. And to be honest, we cannot by ourselves. If I wanted to change the world, if I'm being very honest, I would not succeed in that. At least for the most part, I'd have like a 99% failure rate. I might be able to influence the world in like a very, very small, minute way, but for the most part, I am pretty much fucked. You know. However, if everyone, this sounds so cringe, but if everyone works together, then absolutely we can make a difference. Uh, a fly just came. Just ignore that. But yeah, basically, if everyone works together, then there can be a significant change that will occur, right? So then, the fact that we are all feeling hopeless, if you were to look at it in like an optimistic way, that's a really really good thing because what that means is that ding ding ding, we all share something in common. It again links back to what I was saying before. And once we all share something in common, guess what happens? We start to talk about it. The more we talk, the more we become inclined to act on it. Because the more we talked about it, the more we talk about it, the more we build some kind of society around it, the more we kind of bring a social paradigm around it. And the more refined that social paradigm becomes, the more we find like the root causes behind it, the solutions to it, the more factors that contribute to it. And once we understand all of that, then what happens? It becomes significantly more easier for us to act on it, to act against it even. And basically, then what happens is that we start to fight back against whatever it is that basically is causing all of this to us, right? So, what I think is you know, the most powerful thing that we can do is just to voice our opinions, just to voice whatever it is that we are feeling, to just not let anything hold us back. Like the internet is a very, very free and open place. You can just come here and say absolutely anything. But the thing is, they're trying to shut it down, right? If you, I don't know if you're into politics or not, but in the UK, they are trying to mandate IDs and everything so that you can be tracked. And, in the coming years, it's going to be very, very, very difficult, you know, to even navigate the internet. However, if we were to voice our opinions, if we were to, even if our opinions does not make any sense whatsoever, even if we have no idea what we are talking about, but as long as we are being authentic to our own voice, then it will matter in the end, right? Yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to, you know, talk about because I feel like we are reaching a point where it's it's going to be very 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 weird in the upcoming years because it's either that we are going to free fall into complete collapse as a civilization, right, in my opinion, or we are going to just hit renaissance, right, And there's a reason as to why I think we might hit a renaissance because, well, that's a completely different video, but it's one of those two, right? It's going to be a slow descent into collapse or like a slow rise to, human flourishing. It's one of those two, and I don't know which one it is. Hopefully, it's the latter, but I think in order for it to be the latter, we must be truthful to ourselves and we must voice our truth. We must say what is true, we must say what we are feeling, we must voice our concerns, and we must create some kind of discuss, some kind of I forgot the word for it, but we must create some kind of noise about this, right? We must voice it. Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about for today. Yeah, thank you. Bye.